Listen, I know you have a whole lot of inventory that you're trying to liquidate, or if you just have a few items that you're just trying to liquidate, probably like 50 pieces or less, then this is going to be the exact strategy that I would use if I was in your shoes. So look, I have like 6 boxes, maybe like 5, I don't know. I have a good amount of boxes, probably like 300 pieces in here. If I had to guess, because that should be like 50 times. Yep. So about 300 items that I am liquidating for a really low cost, less than what I purchased the items for. But some of these items I've been sitting on for quite some time. I've been sitting on some of them since 2022, which is 2025. That's a long time to be holding and sitting onto some product, especially if it's not moving. Don't get me wrong, we've definitely sold some of these units, you know, previously, but they're honestly like our slowest sellers, and we've been sitting on them for quite some time. So the quickest way to get your cash flow back is just going to be wholesaling them. Get them off your site, because honestly, if you only have 1 or 2 sizes, which for me, I have a lot of extra smalls and double XL. And if you've been following along the brand for a while, you know that we started selling extra small sizes back in 2020, and we stopped selling them in the beginning of 2023. So if you know, like I said, if you've been following, then you know that we haven't had extra small in our newer products. So that just tells you that a lot of this is older inventory. But with that being said, a lot of this is just what doesn't sell. We over ordered on the wrong sizes, and if we had larges or mediums or smalls, we probably would have already sold it like we did the rest of them. So the quickest way I figured out to get these gone is going to be just selling them to your buyers that you already sell to right now. You can either sell them for what you bought them at cost, or if you have a lot of inventory and just want them to take literally everything and not have to, you know, pick and choose what they take, you might have to go down under what you bought them for. So for me, I sell to this store quite often. We do orders all the time. But I was like, hey, I have a lot of stuff that I'm trying to liquidate. They are going to be mixed sizes, mixed styles, all that. But I was like, what's the best that you can possibly pay for all these? And he threw me a number. I was like, no, I can't do that. Like, that's crazy. So I threw my number back. He told me he couldn't do that. And we kind of just met into the middle. And he's like, look, I'll take literally everything, but you got to give it to me for this number. And I was like, all right, whatever. I'll get my cash flow back. I'll be able to reinvest this into new products, new inventory, all that stuff. So I'm willing to take a, you know, loss, because honestly, if not, I'm just going to keep sitting on that product. Not only is it taking up space, but it's just money that is like, I don't have, you know what I mean? Like, it's already invested in all this inventory behind me. So if I can just get like a percentage of that back, whatever, I get my cash flow back. It's basically like investing in a stock. If it goes down, you just got to sell it and take what you can if you can't afford to just hold it. Which, don't get me wrong, we could afford to just hold these and everything, but honestly, just taking these all off the website, it just makes the website look a lot more clean. Looks like we, you know, sell out of products, which we do. We sell out of all the, you know, common sizes, but we just have a lot of the bigger sizes or extra small sizes that we just can't seem to get rid of at the moment. So I was like, whatever, I'll sell it to you. So I'm about to go in here and give these all to him and collect the cash, which is another good thing. So if you can get a store to just give you cash instead of doing like, you know, an invoice or whatever else, then it's like you just get that cash. You don't have to pay the taxes on it. I mean, even if you did, you're honestly already taking a loss. So it kind of helps your business, whatever works for your business at the time. If you need to have an invoice where you take a loss on product, then that works for you, then do that. For me currently, I don't need to take a loss on an invoice, which I could. It could just benefit for the rest of the year. Who really knows? In worst case scenario, I just create that invoice and add it to my losses anyways. Which I'll probably end up doing just because like I'm already documenting everything, but whether you submit it or not on your profit loss sheet, that's completely up to you. But I highly recommend just getting rid of all of your old inventory and just moving on to the next product when it's time. because you don't want to just sit on product that's stagnant. If you can't sell it, just sell it for whatever you can, get rid of it, and then move on to the next piece. The more creative that you can be, and build new product, honestly, the better chances your business is going to succeed. If you're sitting on product, you're like I said, your cash is tied up into that inventory that you can be getting rid of at no matter what cost. Like, you're just getting cash flow back at the end of the day. So if you don't want to take this route, another route that you can do before you liquidate it for whatever price, you can run as like a warehouse sale. I think I've talked about this previously, but running a warehouse sale is pretty common nowadays. Every brand, every company is starting to do it, where they just do like a week or month long sale and just get everything gone for their costs or for the low, just to get it off the shelf and get it into the consumer's hands. Which honestly, this is still benefiting me, because he's gonna go and sell it to these consumers and they're gonna be like, whoa, I've never heard of this brand, let me get it for this price. And they're gonna fall in love with it and just continue to come back to buy the brand, not only at his store, but online. I can't tell you how much that working with stores has helped me build a customer and audience relationship, because a lot of these people go in store and they feel the product for the first time, and then they fall in love with it and then just order again, either online or in store. It builds the brand's reputation. It shows that your brand is out there and it's a thing. I wouldn't say having a lot of styles is a benefit to your brand, but it does give more diversity and give a bigger, possibility of more audience, because the more designs you have, the more people that could resonate with that design, rather than just having 3 designs and just sticking to those. I've seen a lot of people preach on just restocking what already sells, which is completely a great thing. But then sometimes you get stuck, like I have, by restocking items, and then you just get stuck with the random sizes that you don't need anymore. So whether this is the right move for you or not, that's completely up to you. After I go drop this off, I'll catch back up with you and share some more tips. All right, so I basically just broke it all down to you. I mean, I already told you that you can wholesale to stores, that you can go and just discount your items on your website, send out emails to get people to know about your warehouse sale, all that good stuff. I mean, it's very common. I highly recommend trying the warehouse sale first and then going to the stores and just liquidate it that way. Another way that you can get new customers and discount your items, or just have them at a little bit of a cheaper price than what you would normally do just to get them gone, is going to a local sneaker streetwear event near you. If you can afford to invest in it and still come out on top. I mean, most of the sneaker shows are probably $250, $300 for a table or whatever. I know some of the streetwear shows try to charge you more if the bigger names and bigger cities. I'm not gonna name no names because I don't know the actual numbers, so I don't wanna give you misinformation. But you can go to these shows, just take as much of the inventory that you're trying to liquidate to those shows with you and only sell that. Do not take your new products. Yes, you could take your new products, you'd have a full size run, all that good stuff. But if you want to just liquidate your items, then just take the mix sizes that you got. Maybe just take a bin and just be yo, this whole bin's 20 bucks, 30 bucks, whatever price works for you. That way you can liquidate at an affordable price and still make a profit and come out on top for going to that show, traveling to that show, whatever. Even if it's a few hours away, it might be worth driving to that show just to liquidate the items and make new connections, build new relationships, all that good stuff. But I highly recommend, if you are going to that show, you bring another body with you. That way that you can have help with the sales, help with talking to people. And when one of you needs to go to the restroom or buy some food or something, I promise you a second person will help so much, keeping that balance, keeping somebody at the table whenever you do have to go do those tasks that comes up in everyday life. I've made many mistakes myself where I've traveled to these shows alone in different cities, different states, by myself, and it was just absolutely terrible. I don't recommend going anywhere alone unless you really have no other choice, because it does, like I said, whenever you have to go somewhere to the restroom to get food and you have no one at the table, all you can count on is the person next to you to watch over it, make sure nobody steals, make sure they're not stealing, and you're really just putting a lot of trust into somebody you don't know. So that's like another option, but it's probably not the best option unless you do have someone to go with you and you can afford to do that and not, you know, go any more into the hole than you've already went with these products. Another thing is doing local pop-ups. So maybe you can like have one at a local coffee shop, a local, you know, restaurant, or another maybe clothing place that just lets you bring in your clothes for like a weekend or whatever and just have like a sale. But really don't market it that way. You're just gonna market it more so as like a pop-up with that place, and then once the people start coming in, oh sorry, I just have this size left, we sold out of that. That's the thing, you have to tell these people when you're in person, oh sorry, we sold out of that size, but we have this one, or we have this style in this size. But if you are only dealing with like 2 sizes, that's probably not ideal, and neither is going to the events, because you do want to have a mixed size run, and basically one of every size in something. Not one of every size in one item, but like say you have smalls in this shirt, mediums in this shirt, larges in this one. You need to have a good variety and sizes, that way people can pick through and see what they like. But at the end of the day, if you give people a good price and try to sell them on like, hey, this could be a gift, I know you know somebody that would like this, that's another way to push that sale. But that's really the only tips that I have for liquidating your products. If you have any better recommendations, let me know below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.